Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we look at words and phrases related to the types of things we hear radio presenters talk about on the radio. Often radio presenters will laugh and joke together in an informal way. In this lesson we look at some of the words they may use. We will be looking at the following words and phrases: short-changed, wept, deploy, Freebird, parallels, and as ever, we will help you with your pronunciation, help you to understand definitions, and use examples of English you are likely to hear in everyday life. Don't forget to stay until the end to test your knowledge by taking our quiz. Anyway, let's get started with the first word. The first word this week is short-changed. Let's have a look at how we pronounce this. Short-changed. And again, short-changed. Great. Now let's have a look at the definition. So this is to treat someone unfairly by not rewarding them with a reward or payment that they deserve. Great. So let's have a look at an example. The radio presenter said that he had been short-changed by his co-presenter because they did not return his correct change. The second word this week is wept. Now let's have a look at how we would pronounce this word. So we pronounce it as wept. And one more time, wept. Now this is a fairly simple word to pronounce. So now let's move on to the definition of wept. And this is a fairly short one, which is, this is another word for cried. And let's have a look at the example. The radio presenter jokingly said he wept when his co-presenter did not return the correct change. This after his co-presenter took his money to buy him his lunch. Our next word this week is deploy. So let's have a look at how we pronounce this a little more closely. Deploy. And again, deploy. Great. Now let's have a look at the definition of deploy. So this is when you begin to use something, and we can have a look at more context now that we are looking at the example. So the example would be the radio presenter said he wanted to deploy the latest song by the band on his show next week. The listeners were excited to hear him deploy the new song. The penultimate word this week is Freebird. Now let's have a look at how we pronounce this. Freebird. And again, Freebird. Excellent. So let's take a look at the definition of Freebird. This is someone who continuously uses ideas or other work which is not their own. And let's learn more about Freebird by looking at an example. The co-presenter jokingly called the radio presenter a Freebird Because he never used his own jokes, he had to spend a lot of time looking for them online. The final word this week is parallels. And this is quite a tricky word to pronounce. So let's have a look a few times at how we would pronounce parallels. Parallels. And again, parallels. And finally, one more time, parallels. Great. So let's learn a bit more about parallels by looking at the definition. This is someone or something which is similar to another person or thing. Great. So let's have a look at the example. The radio presenter really liked the band's new album and could draw parallels from one song to another, in that they all had words on a similar topic. Now it is time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to see how much of today's lesson you can remember. So the question this week is, whose ideas or work does a Freebird use? Would it be A, their own, B, other people's, or C, a mix of the two? And the correct answer is B, other people's. So let us know in the comments if you got the correct answer. And congratulations if you did manage to get the correct answer this week. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions about this video, or would like us to explain a term for you from any context, then please post your question in the comments box below. We are always happy to help. Don't forget to like our video to help us gain more viewers and to expand our channel in order to provide you with an even better experience. Why not press the subscribe button and bell notification icon so you never miss out on our future videos. Next week, we will be looking at words and phrases to do with UK wildlife. Thank you for joining us again, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.